I want to address the caller's last point. Should we give Donald Trump an opportunity? Opportunity to do what? He's clearly shown that he wants. Well, actually, let me start with what you first said. The rhetoric. You know, I don't need hyperbolic. I agree with you. I don't need a whole bunch of hyperbolic rhetoric to make my point. I just think it's not hyperbolic to call him feckless and a buffoon, because he's clearly demonstrated that he is both feckless and a buffoon, right? So I don't think that's hyperbolic whatsoever. I think that he has shown that he has an agenda that should not be given an inch whatsoever. I mean, he's made it clear. Look at the people he's appointed. He's made it clear that he intends on gutting the tax coffers. He intends on building a wall. He intends on deporting even more people than Barack Obama already is. He intends on doing all these things that is detrimental to America as a whole. So I honestly don't think we should give him an inch to fucking breathe ever. Not a day. That's number two. Do we have to just, here's the thing. Resisting Donald Trump, and we'll talk about the resistance in a minute. Resisting Donald Trump should be more than just talking about it. And I think maybe this is what the last caller was talking about. They shouldn't just be out there talking and tweeting about it, right? There actually needs to be a lot of organizing that takes place. People need to organize. People need to get involved. People need to join whatever political organization, whether it's a political party, a third party, a democratic socialist, whatever you're going to join, but get involved to do something. Don't just limit your political participation to resisting on Twitter, right? And to a bunch of hyperbolic language yelling that he's a fascist, because the call is right. If people don't think he's a fascist, chances are they'll never believe you that he's a fascist. Right. So just yelling at them on Twitter and on Occupy Democrats and all that kind of crap, it's not going to help whatsoever. Getting involved is what's going to help, which is one of the things I want to talk about when we discuss the resistance versus the rebellion in a minute, because there has to be actual action versus just a bunch of empty words. And see what I'm doing here. This is just part of what I do. Like like the Progressive Army is growing like an actual force to fight back against Donald Trump. Right. So our actions, like you come here and you listen and you talk, just let me, this is like going to church and get energized to go out and fight. Right. Come here, get what you need, go out and fight, and not only fight Donald Trump, but we'll talk about we also have to fight neoliberalism. We have to fight on two fronts simultaneously. So, and to that extent, I agree with the caller that no, just talking a bunch of hyperbolic rhetoric isn't going to do anything. But we actually have to do something. You actually have to go out and fight this battle in your own way, and the most effective way. Well, let me. This is very serious. The most effective way is to get involved locally. Right? Most of us as individuals, we're not going to be able to fight back against Donald Trump as an individual on a national level. But you as an individual can make all types of changes on the local level. And where you may not be directly fighting against Donald Trump, and you may not be directly fighting against neoliberalism, on the local level, you can fight against the rabid insurgency of conservatism and neoliberalism right there on the local level. So a lot of us look at the national level and say we want to fight there, when in reality it would take years. It's taken me 2 years to get the modest platform that I have, right? It would take years for you to get the power that you need to fight on a national level, when the local level is just sitting there waiting for you. They need you. They're desperate for you. And I don't care if it's the local Democratic Socialist, local Democratic Party, local Green Party. I don't care what it is. Get involved locally and fight both Donald Trump as well as neoliberalism.